on the next video.
Oh my gosh.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
How you guys doing today?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
And I say being poor is a state of mind. I don't see it as reality, but
I think it's both.
your father,
And I believe that you try to be the best that you can in your life, but also try and level up. Try and set
in other words, work yourself to a bone.
No.
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's been since 2019 that we actually did one of these, I think. So you guys probably saw the 2017 one. If you didn't, go back to the Mother versus Son podcast so you guys can take a look at the 2017, the 2019, and now we are at the 2023.
That's right, the end of 2023.
Well,
So, close to the
close
end.
to the end, I guess.
Then I am ready for 2024.
It is cold out here.
And I am Homestead Tessie.
And I am Scott's Honest Reviews, but I go by very many names.
So what are we going to discuss today?
Well, we could
Many
discuss
topics.
we could discuss my overpriced Starbucks coffee that I got this morning. We could discuss Top G. We could discuss homesteading stuff. And if you guys have a subject that you want us to talk about in the future, you know what you guys can do? You can drop a comment with the subject you want us to talk about. And if this takes off, if you guys share our videos, you like our videos, you subscribe, we're actually gonna do this more often, but you guys have to, you guys gotta do your part to let us know that, hey, you want this.
Because I'm old school and he is new school.
Yep, she's...
Or maybe they call you a millennial?
I'm millennial and you're Gen X, I think. I believe you're Generation X.
Okay.
By the way, this is my mother. I'm the son. If you didn't know, I mean, I know in today's age, I could be the mother, that could be my son. You know,
Ooh.
just the way
We
the
could
world
really
is.
get into that subject, but I think
No,
we'll keep
no,
that
we're
for
gonna-
another time.
There's some stuff we might stay off of, like politics. I don't think that's gonna benefit anybody, and just some stuff we'll stay off of.
So he thinks he's a big G. So what does that mean? So what is a big G?
First of all, it's Top G.
Oh, top G.
Second of
sorry.
all, I'm not Top G because Top G, a lot of people put that with Andrew Tate, but a funny thing is Andrew Tate's father, Emerson Tate, was actually the first that started saying Top G. So Andrew Tate's father, which was African American, by the way, for those who do not know, he was a professional chess player and he also worked for the CIA undercover.
Okay.
But he passed away.
But what does it mean to be a top G?
Top G means that in all that you do, you try to be the best that you can be in every area of your life. So in health, in fitness, in finances, you try to be the best. Sure, pride comes with that, but I think to achieve anything in life, there's a little bit of that.
Okay, well, see, now we have a little bit of difference of opinion because I am old school and he is
I am
new
a
school.
millennial.
So for me, a top G, it's different than for him. For me, a top G is to do the best that I can and just accept my limitations and just enjoy my life every day. In other words, not really try to make a whole lot of money and just enjoy every day and living it in the moment.
And I believe that you try to be the best that you can in your life, but also try and level up. Try and set
In other words, work yourself to a bone.
No, because there's balance. You have to have that perfect balance of leveling up, but also, for example, I work very hard. I work at nighttime,
Right.
but when my wife gets off work, from the time she gets off work to the time she goes to bed, that's our time. I
Right.
don't work.
Right.
So there needs to be that perfect balance, but I believe we all need to have goals. We all need to have something that we're striving to better ourselves, to level up, to overall
So
enjoy.
basically saying, though, you would like to be rich. You want to have money, lots and lots of money.
Yes, but not for the reasons that some people do. Everybody has a reason.
And for me, I enjoy just being poor.
But we don't have the money.
I like living poor because I like living in the moment, not working too much, and just enjoy the little things in life, the things that don't cost money. Now, I know
Yeah.
being a top G, you need money, and I know being a poor person, you need money too.
And I view it as, who really helps the most? People that are poor or the people that have money to help the poor?
That is really true.
But here's the thing. I also do understand you need both. You need people that just want to live a simple life. They're not worried about getting ahead. But you need people that actually want to get ahead, because the people that get ahead are the ones that are hiring the people that just want to live a simple life.
Okay, so my question
Like,
to you is,
for example, Amazon and YouTube. They pay us. Do you think that they're just focused on just making just a little bit of money, or are they a greedy company looking to make a lot of money?
well, they want to make a lot of money.
I love buying things so much.
Exactly, but we work for them, so
Right.
by them being greedy in their ways, we got an income.
Right, but we could have a better income though if they weren't so greedy.
We could, but then they wouldn't be where they are today to pay us.
That's true.
Because companies can't pay their employees the $15 an hour if the company's not making a lot of money.
So I have a question for you. My question is being poor reality or a state of mind? See, I'm a girl, and I say
Both.
being poor is a state of mind. I don't see it as reality, but
I think it's both.
your father and my husband sees it as reality.
I think it's both. I think you can be poor in very many ways. For example, I wouldn't want all the money in the world if my health wasn't perfect. If I had just any ailments or any problems, I don't think money's what's money.
Right?
And so therefore that's why I working on losing weight. I'm trying to
Right.
better my life. That's why I say better your life in every aspect. That means money, that means
Right.
relationships. But I think it's both, because you can have money but also be poor in spirit.
Wow, that's a good
But
point.
you can be poor in spirit and have no money.
Correct.
You can be poor, it's all
So
on
in
one's
other words, you're
perspective.
saying, let me get this straight. You're saying that a top G is someone who tries his best and makes the most of he can and works really hard, but not be a miser.
What's a miser?
So a miser is an old world word for somebody being stingy.
Oh yeah,
You know what
I can't-
stingy means. So
I'd rather-
so a top G is somebody who's not
The thrusting of greedy little hands.
stingy though. In other
They're,
words,
they're stingy in areas, but they're also generous in areas.
Okay.
For example, people don't like Andrew Tate. That's fine. That's completely fine. I have back and forth with that. I think when he's immature and acts up, I don't like that side of him. But when he's professional and he's, I like that side of him. They have something called Tate Pledge. They give $25 million a year to help people out. That's stuff you don't hear about. They have dog shelters. They have
Right.
children's shelters. They're against sex trafficking and all that stuff
Right.
you don't hear about. So
you don't believe in being a Scrooge like in the Christmas Carol.
no.
You know, the story of Scrooge was he was stingy.
I would rather just make a little bit than ever become a Scrooge. And
Okay.
I've had that conversation with God. I've had it.
Oh,
I've told God that if I ever get to the point where I get more of the credit than him, then I want him to take it away from me. And he's blessed me because he knows I won't get to that point.
Well, I think since we're talking about the
But
Lord,
if you ask somebody else, then
right,
they'll come up with pride. They'll say, "Oh well, you're talking about this."
pride comes before a fall.
God
and
knows
that's-
your heart, though.
Right.
So if someone says, "Well, oh, you want to be a top G," that's prideful. Well, God knows my heart, so you might see it as that perspective, but
And
God
God
knows our
did
heart.
use Solomon, who was one of the richest kings.
Well,
So-
he was the richest.
Okay.
And if you add his wealth to today's standards, he still would have been one of the richest men to ever live this earth.
We'd make millions of dollars.
So basically, you're trying to say is you're taking it's a trendy word about being a top G.
Well, yeah, I have
So you're taking the trendy word, but
a
yet
little plug. I have a website called topginprogress.com, and on there, it's just I have free information for everyone to make money. It's all free. You guys can go and see all kinds of stuff.
but it's
Anyway,
a lot
continue.
of work. It is a lot of work. You don't get rich quick.
Yes, and I don't.
And in some cases, like me, I have not ever got rich through it, but I am rich in spirit, which you're saying you need. You need to be rich in spirit.
But you also have to be a little bit business savvy if you want. Now, that's if you want more things in life. And I believe, kind of like Dave Ramsey says, live today like no one else, so tomorrow you can live and give like no one else.
That's really good.
I believe that if you just say, and I know you are opposite on me, that's why we got this podcast. I believe if you say, well, I'm just content with what I have, then your hands are kind of idle because you're not trying to be better. And if you were better, you can then benefit people around you, and those people around you would be benefited, which then would help other people around them, and it creates a snowball effect. So if everyone would just sit in their home, all they do is, I'm content, I'm not worried about nobody else, I'm not worried about anything. I personally believe, you know, that's kind of a little naive, maybe?
Well, there is a saying that I learned as a little girl from my father. Do you know what it is?
What's that saying?
Let's see if a millennial ever heard this. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till your good is better and your better is best. Have you ever heard that?
Okay, so that's just an old-fashioned way of saying I'm right.
To try your best. But,
There's a little pride with that saying.
but the future gain, though, is depending on the person. Not
Yes.
everybody is going to climb the corporate ladder and want to do that.
And people who do, also Satan pushes them up
It's
too.
many people that make the world go round.
Yes, and you have to, and that's why I say you have to have balance. For example, I don't support fathers that have children that are only working and they hire nannies to take care of their kids 24/7.
There's a subject.
Yeah, that sparks a nerve. I don't believe in that. I believe that you need to be present, but you can also work hard. You can work an extra hour when your kids fall asleep. But if it's 11 o'clock, you work till 12. Just an extra hour a day on your side hustle.
So you do have a little old school in you.
Well, that's because of how I was raised.
So the traditional part of it all.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I believe. Well, now I'm a little conflicted on that.
Do your beliefs change as you change in age? Which, of course,
Oh,
it
yeah.
does happen.
Well,
so I am 53 years old, and of course, I have a difference of opinion because I have lived my life a little longer than you.
Which is funny because I'm 33. You're 53, I'm 33, so what, we're 20 years apart, which is pretty interesting.
Do we look 20 years apart?
How old does she look?
Hey guys. Hey guys, here. This is Ken here. I'm not on here too often, but I decided to be on here. All right, have a good day. Hey guys.
Hey guys,
How you guys doing today?
what's up, man?
Yeah.
Drop a comment. How old do I look?
And if you watch the old podcast, take a look at
Well,
the...
that's what I'm saying. Go back in our video. Go look at the old one.
I
and
guess
see.
you're right in that because I do look a lot different than I did back then because
And
I
I'm-
did take care of myself a little more now than I did back then.
Now you probably are saying similar to the stuff that you said back then. I'm
But as
probably a
far
little
as though I took care of like my weight and I worked on not eating as much.
Well, yeah.
And I did take care of my appearance. I
And
tried to take
without doing that.
care. You need a lot of money to be doing all of these things. You can do it really frugal. So I am a tightwad. I am frugal.
And I can't believe I didn't bring my Starbucks out here. I spent door dashing just for a Starbucks coffee.
Goodbye.
But when will I see you again?
Oh, never, never.
Never.
Well, maybe someday.
When? Tomorrow?
Oh, no.
But I see
that-
what you're saying.
but
You
that-
rewarded yourself in something to keep you motivated to work. But if you
I don't
keep...
believe, by the way, I don't believe in burnout. I think that's a myth. I think it's
Okay,
a lie.
well, we are going to go into this subject on another date because
Yeah.
we don't want this going too long.
Yeah.
But I do believe in burnout, and
I'm drained. I'm completely drained.
I believe burnout is real. And when you have a burnout, you need to take a step back, look at your life,
okay.
and then figure out what you can do different or how you can change your life. And sometimes you got to close a door on some things and open a door on something else.
Drop a comment. Do you think burnout is real? Or are you on my side and you think burnout is not real? You just get tired of something. I don't think
Burnout is when you emotionally get anxiety and stress because I've dealt with anxiety my whole life.
I think in life that's just a ceiling. I think burnout is a ceiling, and we think of it as our peak. I think when you burn out, you hit a ceiling, you take a week back, and then you break through that ceiling, and then you reach a new burnout level.
Oh, we can discuss about this or not. Or you could say to yourself, okay, that was too much for me. I can't do this any longer because of my age or because of certain circumstances in my life.
Well, I can't really say towards age.
Okay,
'cause-
so we're going to keep this conversation going. This will be a subject for the next conversation.
Yes.
I'm not sure when that will be, but it'll be coming up probably real soon.
Well, if you
Because it's getting a little hot in here.
yeah, if you guys
Woo-wee.
like, you sound like Jade from Dave Ramsey's show. How you said that.
Woo-wee.
Anyway, so here's the thing. If you guys want this to continue, and maybe even more often, we could do it once a week, a new video every week, but you guys know what you have to do. You have to share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, share the video, share our name, leave comments, engage with us, questions, what side you're on. You know, hey, if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. If you think she's wrong, and you know, come on now, we're top G's, we got this, we're gonna achieve greatness.
Sometimes a top G can be somebody like me. A top G in my own way, right? Come on, side with me.
And in a way,
you should have a picture of us on your community tab, and then have a poll, and you can say who is who.
If we get big enough, you guys. See, I'm disappointing her because you guys, we need the subscribers, we need the support. Don't let me disappoint Homestead Tessie. You're
gonna make me cry.
Yeah, don't let me disappoint her.
So we are gonna talk on the subject about burnout, because I got something to really share, and I know he's got something he wants to share too, because we love to talk.
That is true. When I make videos, it turns into a book.
So are we gonna go with the thumbs down for the thumbnail, or the thumbs up, or what are we gonna do?
Well, I guess.
Are we gonna like hit each other or something real quick? You know, you gotta have that clickbait.
You're putting that punch out there by saying there's no burnout. I mean, I'm putting my guard up.
Come on, we gotta get with the media.
I'm Ali here, and you're Mike Tyson. We're, you know.
Oh, I'm not Mike Tyson. I don't go around biting people. Well, there's another subject we can talk about.
I don't want my ear bit off. You could be Holyfield yeah, you could be the guy that got his ear bit off. Did you know that Mike Tyson bit off Holyfield's ear because he was frustrated that he was losing the boxing match? By the way, more information like this. Okay, we better end this because we'll ramble on forever, and you know, right now we're not getting paid to do this.
No.
This is our valuable time. And
Top G doesn't do anything unless he gets paid for it, right?
I know.
But little G does it all.
That's not true. I'll put my foot down on that. That is not true.
Fact check.
I'm not that bad. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Okay, that should be good. Oh my gosh.